So students, we have already learnt about cell cycle, mitosis and different phases of cell division in mitosis. We are going to learn today the process of meiosis. Meiosis is also called as reductional division. Now this process of meiosis was discovered by J.B. Farmer, a British botanist in 1905. This process of meiosis takes place in the reproductive cells during the formation of gametes, and due to this meiosis process, due to this division, the chromosome number is divided into half, and that's why this process of meiosis is also called as reductional division. The chromosome number is divided into half. For example, if a parent cell has 2n chromosome, the daughter cell will have n number of chromosomes, and one cell in this meiosis process, one cell gets divided into 4 new daughter cells. That's why this meiosis process is called as the reductional division. Now this process of meiosis is divided into two parts, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Now just like mitosis, these processes also have 4 phases, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Now meiosis 1 will have prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Now this prophase is the longest phase in this process, and that's why it is divided into 5 other phases or 5 different stages, that is leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. And that's why this prophase 1 process or prophase 1 phase is the longest phase. And then it is followed by metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Now this process of meiosis, it has the karyokinesis process as well as cytokinesis process. Now the prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, these are the processes involved in the karyokinesis process. And then it is followed by cytokinesis 1. The meiosis second process or stage is it also has 4 phases, that is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Now these are the processes involved in karyokinesis 2, and then it is followed by cytokinesis 2. So in general there are 2 processes, that is karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Now meiosis 1 has karyokinesis 1, in which prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1, these phases are involved, and then they are followed by, telophase is followed by cytokinesis 1. In the same way, meiosis 2 has karyokinesis 2, that is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. This telophase 2 is then followed by cytokinesis 2. As I said earlier, the process of meiosis is divided into 2 parts, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So this meiosis 1 is also called as heterotypic division. In this process, the diploid cell is divided into haploid cell. Now the daughter cells which are born, these daughter cells are different from the parent cells in the number of chromosomes. So that's why this meiosis process is called as the heterotypic division. In this process, the number of chromosomes is divided into half. For example, if a parent cell has 2n chromosomes, the daughter cells will have n number of chromosomes. That's why this process is also called as reductional division. The number of chromosomes is reduced into half. That's why it is called as reductional division, and also called as heterotypic division, because the diploid cells are divided into haploid cells. Now this process of meiosis also has 4 stages, just like mitosis, that is prophase, anaphase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now this meiosis 1 process also has those 4 stages, that is prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Let us understand the prophase 1 first. Now this prophase 1, it is the longest period of duration of cell division. Now as it is the longest stage, it is further divided into 5 sub-stages, that is leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. Now as we study about these stages, let us look the leptotene first. Leptotene is also called as leptonema. Now lepto means thin and nema means thread. In this stage, the volume of nucleus increases. As you can see, the volume of nucleus increases. The nucleus becomes enlarged. The chromosomes become distinct. The chromosomes which were mixed together, they become distinct. Now these chromosomes, they become long thread-like structures. Now these chromosomes, they become distinct, they separate and they become long thread-like structures, and that is why this stage is called as the leptotene stage or leptonema stage. Lepto means thin. The chromosomes become thin and they become a thread-like structures. That's why this stage is called as leptonema. Now in this stage, the chromosomes become thin thread-like structures, and the centrioles are divided into two and they start moving to the opposite poles. The centrioles, they get divided into two and they start moving to the opposite poles. In this stage, the chromosomes or the chromatin material condenses to form the thin-like structures. They become thin thread-like structures. That's why this stage is called as leptotene, or it is also called as leptonema. Now the second substage is the zygotene stage, or it is also called as zygonema. That is, zygo means pair and nema means thread. So in this stage, what happens? The formation of synaptonemal complex takes place. Synaptonemal complex means the intimate pairing of the chromosomes takes place. Non-sister chromatids takes place. Now the pairing is called as synapsis. Now in this what happens? The paternal chromosome and the maternal chromosome, they come close to each other and they form a pair of chromosomes, and that pair of chromosomes is called as homologous chromosomes. So each pair consists of a maternal chromosome and a paternal chromosome, a chromosome from mother and chromosome from father, and they come together to form a pair of chromosomes, and that pair of chromosome is bivalent, or it is called as homologous chromosomes. So in the zygotene stage, the chromatid material that comes together and the chromosomes from chromosomes from mother and chromosomes from father, they come together, they come close to each other and they form a pair together, and that pair is called as homologous chromosome, and this pairing of the chromosome is called as synapsis. The pairing of the chromosome is called as synapsis, and the complex which is formed, that is called as synaptonemal complex. So the third substage of prophase 1, that is pachytene. This pachytene means, patchy means thick and nema means, pachynema means thread. The chromosomes, they form thick thread-like structures. Now in this stage what happens? The individual chromosome, they split to form two similar chromatids. Now the individual chromosomes in the stage of zygotene were like this. The point they were attached to were called as centromere. And these were the individual chromatids. Now here in this stage what happens? These individual chromatids, they split longitudinally. To form two similar chromatids. These are called as sister chromatids. They form two similar chromatids called as sister chromatids, or they appear as tetrads. 4 chromosomes are seen, that's why they are called as tetrads. Now at this stage the tetrads become clear and the non-sister chromatids cross over each other at the point called as chiasmata. Now here what happens? The most important event of cell division takes place, that is crossing over. The non-sister chromatids, one is the maternal chromosome, the other is the paternal chromosome. So those are the non-sister chromatids. These non-sister chromatids, they cross over each other at a point called as chiasmata, and the here what happens, the exchange of genetic material takes place. As they cross over each other, the exchange of genetic material takes place and the variation in the chromosome occurs. So in the stage of Pachytene, the individual chromatids, they split longitudinally to form two similar chromatids. These are called as sister chromatids, and the tetrads become clear in this stage and the crossing over of chromosomes takes place. The crossing over of non-sister chromatids take place and they cross over at a point called as chiasmata, and at this point the exchange of genetic material takes place and the chromosomes show variation. The next stage is the diplotin stage, or it is also called as diplonema. Diplo means two and nema means thread. Now in this stage, diplonema, what happens? The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, they start disappearing. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus starts to disappear, and the aster rays are formed around the centrioles. Aster rays are formed around the centrioles as well as the spindle fibers are formed, and the centrioles start moving to opposite poles. These centrioles, they start moving to opposite poles. The non-sister chromatids undergo repulsion after the crossing over. After the crossing over takes place in Pachytene stage, after that these non-sister chromatids, after the exchange of genetic material, these non-sister chromatids, they repel each other, they push each other away. So repulsion takes place of the non-sister chromatids after the crossing over. In this diplotin stage, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus, they start to disappear. The aster rays are produced around the centrioles and spindle fibers are formed. And the centrioles, they move move from each other to the opposite poles. The non-sister chromatids, they repel each other after the crossing over. So the last stage is dikinesis. It is also called as terminalization. Now in this stage what happens? The crossed over non-sister chromatids, they remain attached to each other at the tips. These non-sister chromatids, they are still attached to each other, but now they are attached to the tips, to their terminals, and that's why it is called as terminalization. And the nucleus or the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, they start disappearing, or they have completely disappeared. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappears. The centrioles have moved to the opposite poles and they are joined by the spindle fibers. As you can see, the centrioles, they have moved to the opposite poles. The centrioles, they have moved to the opposite poles and they are joined by the spindle fibers, and these are the aster rays which surround the centrioles. So in this dikinesis, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, they disappear. The non-sister chromatids which are attached to each other, they still remain attached to each other, but this time they are attached to the tips at the terminals, and that's why it is called as terminalization. This stage is called as terminalization. The centrioles, they move towards the opposite pole. They have moved towards the opposite pole and they are joined together by the spindle fiber.